Hello, and welcome to this first lecture of the new section on evaluating emerging technologies in this course on excellence in digital marketing. So, the purpose of this module is to give you an in depth understanding of how to evaluate emerging technologies to gain excellence in digital marketing. And we're going to cover in two things as you see on your screen. And in this first lecture, we will basically talk about what are the emerging digital technologies and also give you a starting flavor of how to evaluate these technologies. So let's look at what are the emerging digital technologies, and you have on your screen top technologies for 2022, and these are things like full stack development, DevOps, hyper automation, cybersecurity, AI service, Internet of Behaviors, that is IoB, edge computing, predictive analytics, snowflakes, and blockchain. So these are some of the technologies that have started coming up in 2022. While some of them did exist in 2021, yeah, in 2021, if you look at the emerging digital technologies, they were like AI engineering, zero trust, cybersecurity, remote and digital workplace technology, especially because of COVID, human centered digital experiences, robotic process automation, and hyper automation, IOB, has still been continued to evolve. Intelligent business processes and vendor platform, 5G, which is now becoming a reality, privacy computation, distributed cloud, and edge computing. So these were some very technologies, and these will keep emerging and evolving as the time progresses, because that's the nature of technologies that will develop in digital world. So how can you evaluate these technologies that will continue to evolve and emerge over a period of time as you progress in your career? Any thoughts on that? See, what you need to start is by starting the understanding the business strategy of your business in which you are doing the digital marketing. And before we get into digital business strategy, we need to first understand what is a strategy. And if you see as a strategy, the strategy is basically you have where you are in some place today, as you see, and you have a vision of where you want to be, a destination, and then you need to go through a set of roadmap or milestone to reach there, and through certain operating principle in the direction of your mission. So this is what your strategy in general is anything. But what is business strategy? So business strategies answering these questions about how do you compete in your business. Is if you are in online courses business, how do you compete and win in online courses business? If you are if you are in banking business, if you are in consumer durable business in particular, how do you win in that business versus competitors in growing your business's profitability? And that is what business strategy is all about. So, how to figure out this business strategy? That is the starting point of the process to evaluate the emerging technologies. I go back to the model that was many years, decades, started and propagated by Michael Porter. And he nicely illustrated this as a wheel, in which he said the hub of the wheel is the goals, definition of how the business is going to compete in overall terms, an overall competitive strategy, choice between differentiation, lowest cost, or focus, and objectives for the sales growth, market share, and profitability. And given those central dimensions of your strategy or business strategy, you need to decide a couple of things like what is the product line you're going to be in next 3 to 5 years, how you're going to what you're going to target, how you're going to do the marketing, sales and distribution, purchase and manufacturing, people, research and development, and finance and control. And one piece that he kind of did not foresee including that, but he talked about it in other places, is technology. So what you need to do is to understand all these dimensions. Now the question is, how do you understand these dimensions? Is by answering the questions that you see on your right. And these are the questions like, what's your vision of your future for your company? So what if you are a digital marketer, a company, it'll be good to go and talk to your top management or your immediate boss and get an answer to these questions. And that will give you a good perspective of what is the business strategy for the company. We'll start with the vision, as we are saying. How will you broadly compete in the category that you've chosen to with the business? Are you going to compete at differentiation? Are you going to compete on the best cost or lowest cost, or are you going to focus on a particular segment of industry and either through differentiation or the cost? What are your sales, market share, and profitability goals for next 3 to 5 years? What products and service line that you would focus on for next 3 years to build your business? Which markets and customers would you target to build your business? How will you generate demand for these products and services in these markets that you serve for those customers that you want to target? How will you sell and distribute? Selling and distributing here meaning converting the demand and inquiry into an order and generating that order into passing that order into supply chain and distributing. How would you purchase and manufacture the products and service as lowest possible cost with the required quality in the possible time, in the agreed time that you need to make them? How would you get the right people to do all these things? How would you retain them? How would you motivate them? How do you get the best out of them? How would you develop new products? Because your products and services will get copied by competition. So, how do you stay ahead of your competition? And finally, to do all this, you will need finances. So, how would you arrange finances? How will you finally exercise management control? How will you ensure that everyone is working in the direction of the strategy that your management has set? And once you have the business strategy defined and understood, you need to go through the 6 step process. The first step is the identification of specific technology and system technology currently in use in your company. Definition of probable pattern of technology change in the technologies that you're using today in the company. What are the kind of changes that's going to happen? Identification of new relevant technologies available in the industry. So you're doing technology search, technology prediction from the current technology that you're using. And from there, you look at what are the technologies that are critical to your competitive advantage. See, remember the business strategy we talked about how you're going to compete. So you have certain basis of competing there. So how and that's your competitive advantage. So what are the technologies that are critical to maintaining and even building that competitive advantage? Valuation of your current capability and required investment for those technologies, critical technology for you to develop, and selection of technology to invest. So that's how you can evaluate and understand the current technologies or future technology and evaluate technology in which you should invest in future. So, having looked at the whole process of what are the digital marketing technologies, what are the digital technologies, and how should you go about identifying them and further evaluating, what do we do next? In the next, we would start with looking at each of the steps of the process. Identification of technology is rather a no-brainer, so I would not spend time on that. But how we will get into how do we kind of define the patterns of technology that will emerge for the technologies that you are currently using. So defining the probable patterns is and the other remaining 4 steps that we will take you through in the next lecture. So thank you so much for watching this lecture on emerging technologies evaluation first part in this course on excellence in digital marketing. I hope you continue to learn something new, continue to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture.